Okay, so when we have a roadblock, when things feeling that they're sort of stuck or it's out of your hands, they want you to look at what's going on for you. So okay, so I want you to close your eyes for me. Any of you who are having roadblocks right now and feeling a bit stuck, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to bring that vision, that image, that awareness of the roadblock that you have, whatever's keeping you stuck, and I want you to bring it to the forefront of your mind. So it's on your forehead. Bring it into your forehead, and then bring it into your mind. Just keep it there, and I want you to have it there. Okay, all right, they're doing this tapping, so you just have to work with me. So I want you all to just slightly tap your forehead, both hands if you have, and then just slightly tap it. And I want you then tap it just gently, bringing in the image into your mind, and I want you to sit with it just a moment. And I want you to have that vision in your head, and then you can stop tapping just a minute, but leave your hands near your forehead. And I just want you to bring the idea into your head, the image, or if you're a person that hears the information, feels it, whatever it is, and ask yourself the question: is it a roadblock that's stopping me and putting me in the slow lane just to sit and wait it out just for a moment? And it will come forward, the information, in a sense of I'll be shown the next way, the next direction. Or the next question is, or am I creating a roadblock by the old limiting patterns of behaviour from before, how I would have done something before? And can I do anything different right now to change that? And I just bring the thought or the image or the feeling of what's going on for you in your life. Wait for the answer, ask it in your mind. If you have a loved one, bring them forward who might have passed over, or a guide, and ask them. So with me, I would ask my nan or my granddad, or I use the divine source, and I'm like, just, can you help me? And you may get a sense or a feeling in your body, how you're feeling. What feels more comfortable? Is it for you to sort of sit this out in the slow lane, just to be where you are, waiting for the roadblock to be cleared or the diversion? Or is this time for you to look at it in a different way and to go the different direction and take it as a learning, as they want you to look at it from a different way? Does it mean they want you to change lanes? Just have a look and see what happens. What comes into your mind or your body, or if you feel it or hear it. I'll give you a moment, just be there. Eyes closed. Get a feeling. And if you have that feeling that begins to come forward, if you know the answer, just gently tapping on your forehead now, as if you've got it. It might take longer for some, it might be shorter. Just tap it in, just tap it in, just tap it in. It's almost like we're programming it in now, nice and gently. And then when you're ready, just remove your hands from your forehead and just be still for a moment, eyes closed. Just be aware if you've received the information. It might take longer than others, it might be quicker, but just sit there with it at the moment. Just wait and see what happens. Just give it a couple of moments, just knowing that you're trying to be guided. When you're ready, open your eyes. Good. Sometimes we're in the slow lane. It means that they know that ahead of us is a diversion and they have got other things they need to interplay. And it's very much like, you know, sometimes we don't, you know, I've had a few clients who want to meet a new partner or in a new relationship, and sometimes they're rushing it. But that person that they're meant to meet further along hasn't actually, is not ready, or they haven't come out of their relationship, or they're not ready at the moment for commitment, so that's why it's taken long. Or even with jobs, that right job hasn't come up yet. Well, because that job hasn't been created, or there's not a space for that right person for that right job. So if that's what you feel after doing that little exercise, then that is what you need to do with right now. And it's to come out of the frustration mode, because what happens is when we keep turning it around and churning it around in our head, we get frustrated. And it takes up a lot of energy. When the energy can be put to good purpose. And at the moment, it just means that you sit it out in the lane and you trundle along behind the caravan just for a little while, slowly, doing what you can do. And then when it's time, it will happen. But it's about allowing yourself to take the time. We did not create fear. We did not create the word fear. You have created the word fear, in the sense of human beings have created fear. Humans have, the way you have evolved, you have created fear as a safety mechanism to keep you smaller, so that you then do not go on to do anything else. It's a safety mechanism, and it's been overused. We did not create the word fear. So we would suggest, when you're at that stage and you have that fear that creeps in, you'll have to learn to sort of say, this is old subconscious stuff, that is crap from my past, and I have to learn to power through it. Okay, thank you. Okay, this is what they have to show me. They show me when a bird's egg, and when the bird is ready to be born, the egg cracks open and it pushes itself through. When there is this point of view that you are rebirthing, when you are moving forward, when you're moving through what has held you back, that's the magic in that. So see yourself when it has fear, as in you are going through the rebirth, you're coming out of what's happened to you. We do not have the wording in the sense of the human would need to hear as such. We explain to you as we work with nature. It is the rebirth of yourself. You have to imagine that you then are given birth to the new self. Always look at nature. Always hear nature. Take yourself there. We see what you are doing. You have no reason to be fearful or doubtful of your project. You're breaking through the old concept of the words that you've had and the emotions that you've been given or you've held on to. You have to visualize that with fear, you are enabling yourself to push out from fear, and it's the rebirth of yourself. There needs to be the uncomfortability so that you can move forward, so that you know that you are achieving. If you did not have that fear, it would be just a small step, and you would not then reap the benefit. Through stepping forward with the fear and working hand in hand with the fear and creating almost a friendship, hold your hand out to the fear and say, I welcome you. You are showing me my direction and how I need to move forward. It's about embracing fear so that you can sit with it and then you know you need to push through it. Isn't life about wearing the mask? It's always a mask of who you really are and who you want to be. No one is complete until the end journey, when you then check out, and as soul keepers we then come to meet you. So everyone along your journey is always wearing the mask of who you think that you truly are. You are never really who you think you are until that day when you pass over, and then you inspect yourselves, and then you look back, and then you say about your journey. So, you said about the leaps, the steps. You know what you're meant to be doing from your past and your journey. We see your past and your journey. We know who you are. Work with that, because in your heart, with your passion, you know where it is that you need to be. Do not fear the imposter syndrome. You know how this works. You need to keep going back to your heart and why you passionately wanted to serve your purpose in the first place. Allow your heart to constantly direct you. Allow that to navigate you, to be your compass in your direction. It's irrelevant that the imposter syndrome, this is created by the human and by what they think it means, and with these many books that you have. But many of us here, when we sit with you within your soul at the end of your journey, you will look back and see yourselves and will see the many masks that you have worn by many different people at many different times of your life. You need to come out of your head and always go with your heart and your journey and the purpose and passion that you feel that you have for what it is that you're meant to do. We must give you this information. You will accomplish your goal. We can see this. And we know who we have with us here, who is by your side guiding you on this project. You will be greeted when it's time, but you have a long time to go yet. Always go with your heart when you want to get to where you want to be, to become who you want to be. But remember, from the mindset of thinking is who you want to be, then you're going to be very different. You can only always come from your mindset now. Your mindset does not know what you need to go to be there. But yes, if that helps you with the creating who you want to be or the image that you want to be later on, if that's how you get to your goal, fair enough. But come out of the mind, go to the heart and how you wish to help others, because you are here to help others. And in helping others, you are going to help yourself. You humans, honestly, it's our emotions. That's the clue. When we have those emotions that are so strong, when it affects us emotionally, and I know because I'm going through my emotional stuff like everybody else, when you're going through those, thank you. They said the emotions are your signs, so the senses. So if something fires you up or makes you frustrated or angry or whatever it is, whatever emotion that you have attached to whatever is being chucked at you, then you have to say, that's my sign. I'm just going to take a seat. I'm just going to breathe. I'm just going to take a moment, and then you just allow it to sort of be aware of how it's making you feel as an individual. Now, okay, they're saying with the emotions with individuals and humans, of course you needed the humans back in the day, as in running away from the dinosaur. You need those emotions, in the sense of holding you back or, or running forward or whatever, those extreme emotions. But what they're saying is that take it as a sign that's been heard from your body, in a sense of if you're feeling emotion about something, reactive to it, triggered off from it, take a seat, be somewhere, or they just said, or if you can't take a seat, go for a walk. But you need to allow yourself to digest it, and then you ask yourself, what are you being taught at this particular time? What are you being shown about what's happened for you? When you sit there, if there's a lot of emotion around it, they're trying to say to me that you say, no, wait, I need to digest this. I need to look at what's going on for me. And then you need to breathe gently into your body, because they said once you breathe differently, once you're aware of your breath and you bring your breath in and out gently into your body, it should start clearing your mind. The red fog that appears in the mind, you take that as a sign, in the sense of, okay, now how can I deal with that? And you sit with it. And then you say the same thing. What is this teaching me right now? What is happening to me at this moment? What is it teaching me? It's obviously triggered me. It's obviously affected my emotions. Now, those emotions could be that, I remember when I had, confidence issues, when someone would say something, then I'd think, oh, I'm no good at this, I'm no good at that, and I'd be very sensitive to it. And then now I'm learning that every time I'm being shown something that comes up for me, it's another way of the divine source is bringing something into me on my pathway and sort of showing me, no, it's not. Look at it from another direction, okay? Because the old limiting beliefs are the boundaries, the obstacles that are keeping you same and stuck in the same path. Whereas if you are triggered by it, sit with it, look at it. What is it teaching me? Is it teaching me like, no, I don't want to be treated like this anymore, which is a good thing? Is it teaching me, no, I need time out? Again, that's a good thing. Is it saying to you that you need to do something in a different way, maybe? Not because of the humans around you, but because of maybe it means you need to change lanes. But as a human, take those extreme sort of feelings, those emotions as a trigger for you to be told, okay, I'm just going to take 5 minutes out and breathe it through and see what it's teaching me. You all decided to make changes in your life, and that is why you're here right now. If you wanted your life to stay the same, you wouldn't be coming up against all the changes and all the frustrations and everything else that's going on around you. Those are encountering those changes, the frustrations. Life is changing for you. You're going to have your human experience. You're going to have those the human emotional feelings for you to indicate, for you to change lanes. Exactly what you just said. But you all signed up as a soul to come here at this particular time to have those changes made. Your soul decided to expand itself, and that's what's happening. So those uncomfortabilities at this moment is just helping you to expand, to grow, to get back up on your feet and say, right, I can do this. And of course, people need support by doing that. And that's why, you meet like-minded people. That's why you reach out to individuals to ask for guidance. Many people who listen to this, obviously, me channeling information, me giving this at this time. I never chose to do this. If you'd said I'd be doing it this time last year, actually this has been going for about a year now, but if you said this 2 years ago, this is not what I chose, but this is the direction, this is where they wanted me to be. And many of you at the moment are changing. You're shifting lanes, you're changing in different lanes, and going into the fast lane from the slow lane is uncomfortable. So it needs to sort of you need to progress, you need to change lanes steadily, and you might need to go into the middle lane, the slower lane, backwards and forwards. But that's what's happening for each and every one of you. And what they said very clearly is about to go with the flow of the energy of how you're feeling for each of the projects or each of the ideas that you want to do. So you said you're writing a book and you're doing this and you're doing that. Now it's very much, thank you. They're saying it's very much about the interaction with others around you, very much about their interaction with their energy around you, the interaction with your relationship with those individuals around you. And this will apply to lots of people. We are not an island where we're on our own. If you live in a house on your own, you're still going to have interaction with, people who are going to communicate with you by phone or by messages and texts. And a lot of people don't realise text messages has such an energy with it, people bombarding you with those messages, and it's very much so that you're going to get information from everything around you. Okay, thank you. They just said you do not lock yourself away in a little box anywhere, they're saying. It's very much so that you need to go with what you're feeling at any particular time, but stay with it. So if you're saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to sit and do something about my book, I'm going to sit there and write on my book today, they just said, you can't allocate the whole day because that's not how it's going to work. But you allocate time slots. So if you say to yourself, and they're working with hours, they don't like the hour, the linear time. But if you say that you're going to work on a project, then say to yourself, right, I'm going to give myself an hour to sit with it. Okay, they laughed. One of them just turned around and said, you wouldn't sit there and say, I'm going to sit there for an hour and then you just ponder and wiggle your fingers and nothing's happening. Okay, so if you sit there and the book works and you're writing and it's flowing and and then again you wouldn't say to yourself, I'm giving myself an hour, and if you're in the flow of it, you wouldn't then say, right, the hour's up, I've got to go off now and do something else. You wouldn't do that either. So it's about constructing in a sense of saying to yourself, I'm going to devote this time to whatever it is that you're going to do. And if it's, okay, thank you, they just said, you're very good at meditation in a sense of feeling into your gut feeling and going with that. But we know it gets off track sometimes by the people that you live with and sometimes being pulled in different directions. So it's about really focusing your energy and allowing yourself to, people don't meditate who are listening to this, then sit with yourself for a couple of moments, breathe in gently and allowing yourself to connect to exactly what you feel that's right. Now, if you're saying to yourself, it's very much, they just said, it's a bit like if you're saying you've got to do the book and then you don't get that great feeling about it, you're like, oh, it's like paying the bills, then there's no point in doing it. If you're saying that you're going to devote that time to writing a little bit about the book, and it's like makes you feel, oh yeah, zingy inside, and like, yeah, this feels right, then go and sit with it, and then go on and get on with the book. And again, construct that time for yourself, take yourself away, and allow then your mind just to be on the book. They're sort of making me aware whether your mind suddenly goes off every so often and it thinks, oh, maybe I should be doing this, or maybe I should be doing that. Thank you, you're nodding. So, okay, so they're sort of saying, don't allow yourself to do that. Actually, this is a good practice for you. So if you're going to focus on the book, give yourself an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, or the morning, sit and focus on it. Okay, allow yourself to be around the book. Keep coming back to the book. Keep coming back to the book. And if you can't sit there and it's somehow you are getting distracted, look at what that is. What's that about? Why are you, thank you. They sort of, whether you are or not, I'll check in with you in a moment. But sometimes we self-sabotage. Sometimes that little voice in the back of the head, oh, I'm not sure if this is going to be any good, what I'm doing. Is anyone going to really buy this? We're using the book as the example because that's what you've just said. You know, I don't know if people will buy this book. Are they going to find it interesting? You know, who's the people it's going to reach? So be careful in what happens. So really focus on that. You know, they're giving me like a bubble. Really focus on that. Take that hour, however long, or that morning, whatever it is, devote that time. And if your mind keeps going off and losing that thread, look at what's going on. What's all that about? And then sit with it. Maybe write about it. Maybe think about what's going on and why. And then once that morning's over, or that hour, and that's it, the time's up, then move on to something else. That's what they said. But give yourself allocated time slots. And they hate the word time, I know them so well. But give yourself those allocated time slots and keep bringing yourself back. Because what they're saying is, if you they give me the impression that you might be jumping from thing to thing, project to project. And when you do that, it's like you've got all those self-sabotaging thoughts going on, and you're not looking at what that's about. So you need to sit, what's that self-sabotaging thought going on? Why is it am I thinking like that? Where does that come from? Where's that thread? They're saying the common thread. Where's it taken you back to? And I've got a feeling it links back to your younger self, and other things going on with your family, okay? Oh, that's going to be very prevalent this week for a lot of people. That each and every one of you that hears this information, there's a reason for why you're here, and they keep saying the same thing, and they're not sure if anyone's really listening. Okay, thank you. A bit rude they are tonight, but anyway, my guides are saying, and the information I'm hearing very clearly, that each and every one of you, it's your duty to make sure your energy is where it needs to be at any given time. I'll explain. Okay, thank you. Okay, right. Everything has a frequency. Everything has a currency. I love this, has a currency. Oh, thank you. Wasn't going to go that way. And they just gave me currency as in money. Okay. One of the things as in money, the way we see things with money. Okay. Where are you going with this? I'm sort of come along, give me the information, just can't chuck a word at me. So they give me currency and they give me money. Okay. Thank you. And the value that we give to money in our society. Oh gosh. The money that we give, the position that we give to it in our society, and the role that it's going to play. For many as in the sense of what's been happening. Okay, we keep saying about the global pandemic. They're a bit bored of it now. Sorry, that's so rude. But what they're saying is about how it's going to affect everyone on your journey at this moment, money and currency and frequency around it. Okay. And they want to sort of push that to one side, because they said it's that frequency, the currency of money, of how you value it, of how it holds some people to ransom on your journey through life, keeps you stuck, some of you. Okay, the fear of not making enough, the fear of losing it, fear of having too much. I don't know who has too much, or the fear of having too much, but there is that. Okay, it disconnects you with your journey on the planet. This is what they're just saying to me, okay? So they're saying to me very clearly, it's about everything having a frequency. Thank you, come in. Let's have a little look who we've got coming through. Okay, so this particular guy is okay. Oh, okay, this is interesting. My particular guy tonight, which I don't normally call out who they are, but feels very much like it's a better monk that I have coming in, don't know. And really make me aware of the feeling of the currency and the frequency. Okay, thank you. He then says to me that, okay, he says to me about how we need to find balance, and how through everything that's shifted and changed on the planet should really help people to be more aligned with their journey and where they are, and also to look at how their life may have changed, of how their values may have changed. They're giving me this balance again. Okay, thank you. He steps forward and gives me the balance, that the scales of life, and also makes me aware of how things needed to shift. We've said this before, and they keep saying that whoever they come through, whichever guide that comes through, or the channeled information from the divine source, is the same thing. Okay, thank you. But they're saying that each and every one of you has to be aware of your own frequency, how you are, what's going on for you at any given time. Seems to be very important. Okay, thank you. Many of you who hear this message may have your energy that might have dropped for many reasons. And when they say about frequency and energy, it's literally about what's going on for you as an individual. So, okay, he wants to do this. Okay, I need to do this exercise with you. So this is where we're going to go with this. So what I need you to do is, I'm just the messenger. What I need you to do is right now is just close your eyes where you are, in your body, where you are, make yourself lovely and comfortable, and I want you to close your eyes. And this is what he's saying. This is some instruction, some direction, just for a mini little tiny exercise. Okay. We just want you to work through the top of your head, coming down with the energy. If you want to see it as a white light, just imagine as it comes through the top of the head right now, and you can imagine it just sit. Okay, thank you. So sit the energy on the top of your head right now, so you can just feel maybe a sensation, or imagining that sensation, almost like as light as a feather. Okay. I just want you now just to allow that white light just to gently drop down through your forehead, coming down through your forehead, and almost as if it's just like a white light of gentle energy that sort of almost cradles your brain, just sits there gently with a white light, whether you can visualize the brain or visualize the white light, or just imagining how that would be for you within the brain area. And again, allowing that white light now just to drop down past your eyebrows, coming all the way down through the eyelids. Just imagine how that might be as you allow that white light just to gently drop down, and moving all the way down through the face, coming down now, down to your jawline, that white light. Just imagine coming down, all the way down. And then allowing that white light, imagining that energy, how it might feel as it goes down now to the neck and in the throat. And as you're there just at this moment, just allowing that, just to imagine that being there. Now what he's asking is for you just to check in. Just to check in with the rest of your body. Is your body feeling anything? Are there any aches? Muscular? Any tension in any parts of your body just for the moment, but just allowing that white light just to gently be there at the throat chakra, throat area, just for the moment. Just be there. And it's just like a white light, like a drop of a curtain. Just allow that white light to come straight down through your body now, all the way down through your shoulders, all the way down. Down, past through the trunk of your body, coming all the way down through your legs and down to your feet. Just stay there a moment. Just stay there, be still. And with your energy stream around you, just imagining this white energy stream around within your body and externally, and just bring a person's name into your mind. Anyone that might be causing you any hassle, any friction, just allow them to step forward into your mind. Just bring their name into your mind. And as you allow that name to be in your mind, allow it now to transfer down through your body and just see where it settles within your body. So allow it to go down through your body, their name, all the way down. And see if you're feeling anything within your body. Any tension, any aches, any pains, any tightness, any sensations. Just allow that name within your body to move around, wherever it will go, side to side, arms, legs, trunk of your body. Just allow it in, just allow it there. And then drop it all the way down, through your body, down, now, down through your feet, send it down to the earth. And just be there a moment, just allow that white light within your body, balancing it out. And then bring in a name or a word that you feel connected to, a loving word, a person, whether you're children or a lover or a mother or a father, whoever it is, a pet, an animal, whoever it is, just bring that word, that person, visualize them maybe, and allow that to come into the top of your head, being delivered just like that letter for a post box, and allow that to be within your body just for a moment. Let's send it to the heart area. Just bring it to the heart, see the body, feel that heart, maybe feel that expansion. Just be there just a moment, allowing that heart to receive the individual person, their name, something about them in your heart area. And then just allow the rest of your body for it to gently move all the way down, nice and gently, all the way through your cells, all the way down through the trunk of your body, all the way down, feeling every part of your body, your cells, your muscles, your bones, all the way down through your legs and then down to your feet. Just gently breathe in, being aware of your space internally and externally. And then on the count of 3, come back into the space. 1, 2, 3. Come back.